you, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another reaction to add to our monthly movie tribute playlist of hot 90s action in August. This selection today is going to be Species. Coming out in July 7th of 1995, this movie stars Natasha Henstridge, Ben Kingsley, Forrest Whitaker, and Michael Madsen from Kill Bill. The movie itself, in my opinion, is not bad. Could it use some work in certain plot areas and character dialogue? Sure. But there are worse movies that are out there that should never have been greenlit. This one is passable.
In January, a message from an extraterrestrial source was picked up at the Parkes Observatory in Australia. A new sequence of DNA, friendly instructions on how to combine it with ours.
This growth is amazing.
The decision was made to terminate the experiment. He's breaking out! She escaped. We have a serious emergency on our hands. I want a team to track her. Hunt her down. You created a monster, now you want us to kill it. We decided to make it female so that it would be more docile and controllable. More docile and controllable. I guess you guys don't get out much. She must have a baby. She'll kill anyone that gets in her way.
I wouldn't hurt you. Yes, you would. Just don't know it yet. She'd have a dozen babies. She could lay 1,000 eggs.
Something's wrong.
There are more absurd projects such as Countdown, Truth or Dare that gets way more praise than this movie. And compared to it, I'm sorry, this is film gold. I chose this movie because of its humor, because of its action, of course, and because it is one of its first kind to have a female monster villain. So I think because of that, it should get more attention. Enough talking, let's do some reaction to Species. Press and play now. So, you know, they have like this whole military Dr. Frankenstein thing going on where they've created SEAL, I think with the agenda of using it as a military weapon. I don't see how that was even smart because it can still be murdered. So it's a bit weird. But we're gonna let the movie. This movie is so freaky and weird and just wacky and strange. And I say all of those descriptive words because Seal doesn't know. Okay, Seal at the beginning of this movie is a teenage girl who transforms into the adult woman of Natasha Henstridge that we see. But she never knew she was foreign. She never knew she was alien. I guess she thought she was human and it was okay to sleep in a glass box with... I don't understand how, as a smart, intelligent species, they was not self-aware. Because in this scene right here, she is freaking out because she is transforming into her monster self. Crazy. Now, this is 1995, pre-CGI, and still in the height of the 80s with our #1 recipe that made any action movie hot, and that is some boobies. Yep, there's a lot of movie. You know, I know I'm going to probably sound you saying this, but we're this easy in these 15 minutes ago. And already at his house, comfortable that he lived himself, he's took a shower, ready to get it on. Less than 30 minutes. Yeah. my God, like, dude, I know this, but jeez, people just injuries on their entrance, acting at the scene, to us. You know, I want to feel bad for this guy because I understand he was truly concerned because he had a. I don't think we go for. Why didn't keep inviting this lady to the house? Is she hot blonde in the city? I think stealing that these identity and cutting finger off, that was probably the kill out of this. For me, that was the scary. The lady was Kill Bill's brother, Bud, getting it on. That movie came out 2 years later too. Okay, I get it. It's every man's dream to walk in a room and see a hot chick ready and waiting. But in this situation, I do not feel sorry for this scientist who is an idiot. I mean, you've been chasing down this monster, and I get you're supposed to think that she's dead. But red flags should be going off that a random chick is in your room. Seeing it as you just struck out with like 3 ladies at the bar who were totally laughing and making fun of you. Yeah. He deserves it. He deserves it. Because he's about to get killed. And he didn't notice the things coming out of her back, huh? Oh, the blood's coming back to your brain. Now you get what's going on. Now, I'm all about letting the movie. But I just need somebody to break down why Forrest Whitaker's character, what's his name? Wait, I forgot his name. Dan. Why Dan had such a strong connection with Seal. I never got that in this movie. I'm still trying to understand it as we speak and watching it, but it just doesn't make any type of sense to me. I'm just not understanding why is he able to like sense her presence and sense what she's doing. Oh, she walked this way. He was able to sense that Buddy was getting it on with her. Why? Because he's only like a behavioral aid to them, and I think he was like, you know, her caregiver or something. They really didn't never go into depth the connection between the two characters, so I'm lost on that. Bit of a downfall for the movie. Now, through all that action, they didn't think to look for the child, to see if the child was still alive. Well, I know they had to leave it open because it did get a sequel. But let's talk about movie Species. Now, something I forgot to mention while we were actually watching the film, a funny fact about this. In 95, moviegoers were not impressed with jump scares. Not the way you think. Not the way it was presented in Species. There was a lot of moments in Species where Seal did these jump behinds, and you had a lot of fake outs too. Of people just coming up behind them and making you think something was going to happen. And back then, they didn't like that too much. And that's crazy seeing it as in 2022, we're more horrified about torture horror. Jump scares have become so accepted that they're not even scary anymore. I mean, very seldom do you have a really good jump scare that gets your audience. So, yeah, I mean, it to the point you can still look up the review from Roger Ebert. He hated that about the movie. A matter of fact, that is what he named the movie. The movie about an alien that does a lot of jump behind scenes. So the real big downfall of this movie success at the time was the look of Seal being compared to Queen Xenomorphs from Aliens, which was very popular still in 1995 doomed viewers to give it a chance. They gave it thumbs down because, let's face it, this ain't no James Cameron or Ridley Scott production. But I do think it deserves to be into the cult classic category of 90s action. And so with a score of 43% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5 out of 10 on IMDb, I personally want to give it a 7. I think it deserves a 7. Even though the look of Seal is not so great, it's still worthy of being original. It was different. The plot was different. You know, it was not your same type of movie at the time that was coming out. So for that, I do appreciate it for standing out. Go check out Species. This movie can be watched for free on Tubi or Pluto TV app. So you don't even have to spend a dime. This is also a good movie to check out on the weekend. That's how good it is. You heard it here first. Thank you for joining me and hanging out with me while we do a reaction to Species. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video for your girl and subscribe if you are new to my face and my voice. We want you to be here with us the next time we come together and hang out. So hit that subscribe button. Double check your notification bells. Our next reaction will come this weekend. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.